Now let's take a look at this figure 21-16. It deals with Class 1 Division 1 locations and the type of equipment permitted there. We illustrate in this illustration explosion-proof type equipment. We know that explosion-proof type equipment, purged and pressurized equipment, and intrinsically safe equipment in accordance with Article 504 are the only three types of equipment permitted in classified areas such as Class 1 Division 1. We also know that the enclosure types are 7, 8, 9, and 10, which are found and explain their use and how they can be used in NEMA 250, not in Table 110.28 in the NEC. Now notice Article 100 defines explosion-proof equipment. We select explosion-proof equipment in 500.7a, and we can use explosion-proof equipment in Article 501 where it is appropriate to use such equipment based upon the classification. And notice you can have bolted covers, as you see at the top of the illustration. You have a ground joint type construction, as you see there. It has internal pressure, cools the gas through the escape path there. Some call it the hot flaming gas path, but it's an escape path. Basically, it's what it is. And when the explosion should occur inside the equipment, this escape path with width, height, length, and depth will cool that gas below the ignition temperature of the gas or vapor present when selected properly from our table 4.4.2, where you select such chemical gases and so forth. And then notice to the right, we have in the illustration the threaded joints. And those threaded joints have to have 5 full threads engaged. And we know we can find that information in the NEC. I believe it's 800.8E, somewhere in there, but you'll find it there. And OSHA in 1910-307, if they should check and find, for example, that you had bolts that bolted the cover, and some of those bolts are missing, 1 or 2, then it's no longer an explosion-proof type enclosure. It has to be fully bolted in, wrench tight. Any conduit has to have full 5 threads and the seals and so forth. So look at the conduit, the wiring method. We go to 50110A and select those wiring methods there in Class 1 Division 1. The seals are selected in 501.15. The equipment is selected in 500.7A if you're using explosion proof. And then, of course, you can find more information about explosion proof equipment in the UL 1203 document. So this illustration is illustrating explosion-proof equipment used in a Class 1 Division 1 location. And of course, any of this explosion-proof equipment can be used in the 501 series, that article. For example, 501.105 would allow explosion-proof equipment to be used for metering, relays, things, instruments, those kind of things. And then if you moved over to 501.150, you could use explosion-proof equipment for communication circuits, signaling circuits, alarm circuits, and things that are listed there, see. So Article 501 contains certain types of equipment where explosion-proof equipment could be used once selected in 500.7a and defined in Article 100, then maintained by NFPA 70B, I believe that is Chapter 27, and then also maintained by OSHA 1910-307. Now, that's what this figure 21-16 is illustrating.